Hey, what's going on, guys? XpertFusion here, and today I want to make an interesting topic discussion video regarding Call of Duty overall as a franchise. And I'm planning on doing more Call of Duty stuff within the next few weeks because, The Walking Dead's great and all, but I'm starting to get to the point where I just want to do the reviews each week, and I just want to, every now and then do a reaction video. That's only really what I want to do for The Walking Dead as of right now, especially because the season's coming to a closing, so I got to start pumping out more Call of Duty stuff, especially because I'm getting really excited for the future of COD, because obviously Modern Warfare 4 is going to be revealed within the next month or two, so that's exciting. So what I want to talk about today is something about that a lot of people have been discussing for years now, right? And it is the idea that Call of Duty is dead, or Call of Duty is gonna die, or Call of Duty will die. And I'm here to tell you it's not going to. It never will. And there's a couple reasons why. Now, today they just announced and actually gave away a new update, right? Into Black Ops 4 on PS4 specifically, called the Shamrock and Awe update. And it had some new game modes, had the new Gauntlet for Blood of the Dead and Zombies. It had some new Blackout update, which is all cool and stuff. They have some cool stuff within Blackout. They have some cool stuff in Zombies. It's nice to get updates. That's all well and fine. But we were all expecting a update to the Contraband stream, which is the stream, the 100 tiers. And last time they've done this, they did the Cap 45 event, and they gave us an extra 25 tiers that we can unlock 25 extra stuff with our tiers. And the Cap 45 was at the end of it, right? So there's a bunch of cool guns and melee weapons in the game files right now, including a sniper rifle called the Mini 14 or something like that. That's in the game files right now, so we were expecting to get that, and we unfortunately didn't get it. Now that just means we'll probably get it within the next 2 weeks or so, probably in a similar fashion. But you see people complaining, saying, this game's dead just because they didn't give us something that they never confirmed giving us. We just thought it was coming because of obvious leaks and stuff like that, which, look, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, they need to be more clear about these things. 100%. They need to tell us ahead of time exactly when we're getting things, instead of just saying it's coming soon. But technically these aren't even things that they even announced, because they were just leaked in the game files, so what are you gonna do about it, right? But this event included this bundle, which it's 2,000 COD points, and it has a bunch of cosmetics in it. It has some emotes, some gestures, some stickers, some, skins for certain characters, and it's $20. So that's a lot. No one's gonna buy it. I guarantee you the amount of people who are gonna buy this bundle is very slim. I don't understand why they even bother putting it in the store, but what I don't understand, and what I've been trying to understand for a long time, is how do bundles like this really affect your enjoyment of the game? Because people say stuff like this is what ruins the game. People say stuff like this is what makes them not want to play it. And I get confused. Now, yes, when you lock guns behind big bundles like that, which they never really done before, they've locked them behind supply drops, which is a whole nother can of worms. I understand the complaint, because that's something that actually affects the gameplay. That's something that actually changes how you play. It actually can make you a better player. It can give you an advantage. But these cosmetics and these skins are not stuff that are necessary for the game at all. Now, a game like Fortnite, I really don't like it when 98% of the skins are something you have to buy, and you really can't get them any other way. But thankfully, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 has done it, so there's a lot of stuff that you can earn for free. Yes, of course, there's also a lot of stuff that is within the black market, and then the supply drops, and you can only get through that. But a lot of it is also free. A lot of it you can earn through challenges. A lot of it you can earn through just playing the game through the supply stream. Yes, you can buy to get it a little faster. That's obvious. But I'm just saying that you can still earn it for free, of course. So it just isn't that hard. With the 2 tier skips daily now, it's actually very easy to get the 100 tiers in a short amount of time, which is nice. If you play the game, you're going to get it. That's all I got to say. And it motivates people to play zombies too, with the zombie tier skips now, which is awesome. But stuff like, I'd always go back to the $100, not $100, the 100 COD point reticle, which is $1 roughly. People were up in arms about that thing. And I'm just sitting here why? It's a reticle. Does it really affect the gameplay? And then they're like, oh, well, Yeah, it's something that was in the game before Black Ops 1. We didn't have to pay for it. Well, yeah, there's tons of reticles in Black Ops 4 already for free. There's already a ton of them. I don't know what their business idea is by selling a reticle in a store. No one's gonna buy it. Not many people are gonna buy it. At least you might get a few sales, but I just don't understand why it's something that ruins the game, though. It just makes me sit here and go, okay, like, what's even the point of that? Rather than me complaining and saying this is ruining the game. I don't see how that ruins the game. I don't. It's like you pay for an amusement park, right? You pay to enter. And then that same amusement park is selling stickers for $3. And you're like, okay, that's kind of overpriced for one little sticker. I'm not going to buy it. But does it really affect my enjoyment of the amusement park? Not one bit. I don't care. I don't need that. I can get stickers through the arcade or something. I don't know, shit. But you know, I just don't understand the big complaint about stuff like that. Now, when you put lock guns behind supply drops and weapons, that's a problem. But they haven't done that in this game. They have them all in the supply stream. Now, of course, after the event ends, then you can only get them through supply drops, which I agree, it's not fair for people who either haven't had the game for a long time or whatever. But do the guns really give you that big of an advantage? Not really. I mean, you get a little bit of advantage for some of them. Some of them are pretty good, but I do think they can definitely take a page from Modern Warfare Remaster or World War II's book, or even Infinite Warfare, and just make them more accessible, some of the weapons. That would be nice. I am fine with that. I am okay with that. That's not my argument here. My argument is that I don't understand how microtransactions at such a small scale could really affect the game if it's just cosmetics. Like, okay, yes, I was expecting a stream with 25 tiers with all different items, and I think we'll still get that because they have the gun in the game files. There's no way they're not going to let us get that. Yeah, they have added a lot of stuff to that bundle, which is the Shamrock and All stuff, which makes me wonder, well, where's the free Shamrock and All stuff? I think it's coming, and if it doesn't come, then it's upsetting for some people, but at the same time, I think they're going to add them in supply drops. So instead of jumping to conclusions and just freaking out when Activision or Treyarch does something, take a breather, sit back, let things happen, give it some time, and maybe there will be something that you will enjoy in the end. These are one of the main things I like to argue about when it comes to this, but that's not the main point of this whole entire video. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent about microtransactions and how they really shouldn't affect the game that much. My main argument is people sitting saying Call of Duty is going to die if they keep doing these microtransaction practices, but let me tell you, that's not going to happen because I've noticed a cycle with every Call of Duty. This is how it starts. So the game comes out. People love the game when it first comes out. They maybe not love the game, but they kind of do. It's split. There's a community that loves it. There's a community that hates it, right? And as time goes on, the community that loves it starts to kind of not like it as much anymore. And then they come out with a big update that's like awesome, and they're like, okay, I kind of like it again. The community that hates it just continues to hate it throughout the entirety of it. But then the community that loves it, they start to get to some points where it's like, okay, I'm not really liking this anymore. And then February or March hits, and they go back to the original Call of Duty, the one that came before it, and they start playing that again. They say, wow, this Call of Duty is amazing. And they praise it and say, this game should take more notes from that game because this game is a lot better, right? But that happens every year, regardless of if they actually enjoyed that past Call of Duty the year before. It's happening this year. World War II was hated on a lot. People went back to IW and BO3 during World War II a lot, even though I thought World War II was a very solid game. And now people are going back to World War II, saying how trash Black Ops 4 is and saying how great World War II is and how we need another Call of Duty like that. Yet those same people were saying it was a bad game just come last year. Then when the next Call of Duty is starting to be revealed in like April, May, they start jumping on the hype train. They're all hyped again. They're like, okay, let's hope it doesn't disappoint, but I have high hopes. Then they're in love with it. And then throughout the next couple months, they're just either playing the old Call of Duties or trying to play the new ones, but complaining about it as time goes on. Then the new one comes out with an update here and there throughout the summertime, and they kind of like it more now, and it's actually not that bad. And then that's when their not that bad sentiment starts playing onto them. So when the next Call of Duty comes out, they play the new Call of Duty and they're like, you know what, I don't like this that much. And then you know what they do? They go back to the one that came out last year and they play that and they say, wow, this is a lot better than I remembered. It's the Call of Duty cycle, and I absolutely hate it because it happens every year, and I don't think it's ever not going to happen, and it's unfortunate. But at the same time, it's fortunate for Call of Duty and for Activision, because that just means people are going to continuously buy them, because no matter what the Call of Duty is that year, there's always a new developer the next year. It's not the same developer each year. You get a 3-year break between each developer. So you know what they say? They say, oh, Infinity Ward, they're going to save us. They're going to give a good Call of Duty. So they wait for this Call of Duty, or for Infinity Ward's Call of Duty, and then they buy it. And then if it disappoints them, you know what they say? They say, you know what? Sledgehammer Games will save us. They wait for that, and then they disappoint. Treyarch will save us. They wait for that. They get disappointed, and the cycle continues. It just keeps going on and on and on. And then they hear news and stories. Oh, Infinity Ward changes, new director or whatever, new head of security, or new head of, not head of security, head of the new CEO, right, for the company. They think, oh, well, now it's a new company now, so we might as well jump on the hype train again. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because as long as that keeps happening, people are going to keep buying Call of Duty, and that means Call of Duty is going to stay alive, and that's good, because I like Call of Duty and I want it to stay alive. But people who keep saying it's going to die, it's just not. It's not. It's already been the best first-person shooter for a certain period of time, and that's all it had to be. It does not have to be the best first-person shooter forever for it to still continue to be successful, because it will continue to be successful as long as they keep pumping out games every year, and they know this. This is why they're not changing their business model. This is why they're not getting rid of the season pass, or getting rid of microtransactions, or stopping the yearly cycles, which a lot of those things I don't really have problems with to that capacity. You know, some things I wish were a little different, but they're not going to stop this as long as they keep getting the #1 selling game of the year, or at least top couple, you know, selling games of the year. They sell a lot. They make a lot off microtransactions. They're going to keep doing it. It does not matter if the Call of Duty community is dead in terms of YouTubes and YouTube videos and views and stuff like that, and overall attention and overall hype for the game. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to them. What only matters is the money, and they're making that. That's all that matters. So if we really wanted significant change in terms of the business model that they do, which, like I said, I don't have that big of a problem with it as much as other people do. There's a lot bigger glaring problems in Call of Duty that I feel like are more necessary to focus on. The only thing that'll truly change how they handle their business model is if the community attention and YouTube sort of videos and views are doing pretty good and they're high, and the game is making a lot of money already, then I think they'll start to be more lenient. But right now, with the attention span of this game being pretty low and the hype around it being pretty low, but the money being really high, they're just going to keep cranking out more microtransactions as much as possible. And if both are low, which it won't be for a long time, I don't think, then the game's just going to keep trying new things and innovate like they've tried in many of the recent Call of Duties, to do some crazy things to make it the next big hit. And people are going to love it and people are going to hate it. And it doesn't matter if they love or hate it, they're going to make money because it's Call of Duty. That's just the end of the story, right? So whether you want to try to say Call of Duty is going to die or it's dead already, you can't make that argument without being completely wrong in many different aspects. I want to do more videos regarding what Call of Duty needs to change, the good and bad of Black Ops 4, my wish list for Modern Warfare 4, because I have a lot of ideas and a lot of different ways to fix systems that are already apparent in the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.